Okay, we're going to be putting a smoke detector down here, and we're going to come out of this box, which is above the drop ceiling, and we're going to turn this into a junction box. Well, if there's nothing there to screw to, you know what? There is nothing to screw to. There's nothing there, there's nothing there. We'll try to put another one in, but if we can't, we can't. And we're not going to cry about it either, because if there's nothing there, it's not going to happen. You can't do something, you can't do it. The spins, nothing. Well, we got something up here. Okay, that did bite into something, so we have one good screw. So I'm thankful for the one we have, and we're not going to complain about the one we don't have. This is a box that goes in. You have like a side here. It's kind of shallow so that it's easy to put in the wall. So we'll put it about right here. Okay, so make our trace over here. So we'll make an opening up here just to see if there's anything back here. Okay, so it's going to fit, so we'll cut our hole in here. I'm going to try to put the light over here so you guys can see better. there's our wire. Okay, so this box just goes in the wall like this. You have the openings here. Slide your wire in like that. Goes in like this. Make sure your tabbies are down here. And you put this in like that. Goes in. So I have to cut it a little wider here. Like that. I gotta cut a little more. Okay, there it goes. It goes in like this. Okay, there it is. It's in there nice and snug. So here in the country I was born in, we use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Make sure you get all your debris out. This wire. So we'll get our detector out. Okay, so since there's no ground, we'll fold our ground wire up nice and small like this and just get it out of our way like that. So we simply strip our white wire with our number 12 hole, strip our black one with our number 12 hole. Now since this detector is a single station, we leave this orange cap on the orange wire. So I like to strip our wires a little longer here, like this. And that is so I can get a nice solid wrap around the solid wire. So we'll get our insulation even at the top like this here. Bring our strands down like that. Wrap our strands around the solid wire like that. And we'll just simply stick our wire nut on here. Make sure our copper's even at the top and our insulation's even on the bottom. Take our wire nut, stick it on here. Make sure it's on here nice and tight like that. So we'll do the same with our black wire. Get our insulation even at the bottom like that. Get it like that. Bring our strands down like this. Wrap our strands around our solid wire like this. Make sure our copper is even here at the top and our insulation is even on the bottom. Take our wire nut. Put it on. And we can put our wires back into our box here like this. Put our orange wire in here. Just let it fall. Don't let it bother you. Okay, this has a battery backup in it, but we're not going to pull this out yet because they're not ready to occupy the room. And this little plug just plugs in. Just line the little tab up and the pins up. Just snap it in like that. And you just simply put it on the box like this and turn it in like that. So now we're ready to go into our junction box up here. We'll use a round push-in Romex connector here. And we'll slide our wire into our box here. Get all your debris out. And we're going to see if there's a threaded hole up here. Again, there is. So we will hook our ground wire up to our box. Okay, so we got to put our ground screw up here and bond our ground wire to the box. We loop our wire the way our wire is going to be going around our screw up here. Okay, so there's our ground wire up on the box. Okay, so we'll hook our white wires up first. So it'll be this one, and this one. And we're going to use these lever connectors here with 3 ports. And you just simply put your wire in. Make sure the insulation goes up into the, make sure your copper comes down to the bottom and your insulation is in the white and the clear plastic there. Okay, I see the copper down here. Look, make sure our copper is down at the bottom here. Okay, our copper is down at the bottom, so we can fold our white wires up out of our way here. Now we'll get our blacks. Gotta make sure your wires are nice and straight, so when you put them in, they go in and they sit in the connector. So we'll open our little levers here and put our wires into the cuff ports. Make sure you see the copper down at the bottom and the insulation is going up into the top. Okay, I make sure I see my copper at the top here and my insulation is up into the plastic. So we fold this up into our box here. And we'll go get our cover to put on our box there. And since you're going to be making a lot of dust, these smoke detectors come with a baggie to put over them so they don't get messed up and go off on unnecessarily. So we'll just cover it up like that. And we'll put our cover on the junction box up here. Make sure our screws aren't going to hit the wires. Alrighty, so here in the country I was born in, smoke detectors are required in apartment buildings, in the hallways in front of bedrooms, in the hallways outside of the apartments, going from apartment to apartment. We use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors, however you may find white live in a 110, 120 volt switch loop or on a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require neutral. Peace. Thanks for watching.